Hello, everyone. Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. For this Tuesday, February 11th, 2020, I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you made it here today. I'm quite aware you could have been anywhere in this world today, but you decided to be here with me, and I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome to Transition Tuesdays, everybody. Hang on for a second. Hang on there, sir. Hang on.
What's going on?
All right. What's going on? All right, guys. Hey, welcome to Transition Tuesdays, ladies and gentlemen here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, around this time, I usually introduce my mom, my co-host, Miss May. She's feeling a little bit under the weather today, but with any great team has a sixth man that comes off the bench to help out in this matter here. And I got a perfect sixth man that's going to be joining me as my co-host today. We have Harlem's finest, my brother, Mr. Ellis, joining us. Ellis, what's going on, my man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, good, good. Just talk up just a little bit. Just make sure you get to that mic, all right?
All right, I'm good.
Good, all right. Hey, man, I appreciate you pinching in on the, a little helping out here, playing the role of who's some famous six men out there. We got Kevin McHale was a great six man. I'm trying to see who else, man. Who else is a good six man out there, Ellis? I just. There you go. The reason for the six man, John Havlicek. See, there you go. That's why I have this man on right now as the substitute for my co-host here. Hey, I appreciate that. Ellis. Hey, man. Hey, stick around, man, because we're gonna have a fun show today. We're gonna talk about a lot of things, and I'd love to get your input as well. But before we start every show, I like to state my intentions of each show. And my intentions are really simple. My intentions is to give you opportunity to laugh, smile, think, engage in honest conversations about your life's transition. So that's what we do here on Transition Tuesdays, and that's my intention from this day going forward. Those are my intentions here with Transition Tuesdays. So, Mr. Ellis, my sixth man, there's a lot of transitioning going on in the world. We're just going to touch on a few of those items. So, first thing I want to talk about are the Oscars. I want to talk about this past Oscars that just took place. And, it was a little strange, a little different. You had for Best Picture, you had that movie Parasite, which was a Korean movie, first foreign film to win Best Picture. You had the best director was the best director of the film Parasite as well. Little highlight with me was I didn't get a chance to see Parasite, but highlight for me was best actor Joaquin Phoenix. He played the Joker, which he did a heck of a job. I saw that movie and I knew that was in the bag. He had to win it. I mean, he transformed himself as the Joker. So he did that. So hey, Ellis, did you see any of the Oscars on this past week?
No, I didn't. But I thought that Kevin Garnett's movie was going to get a buzz, but it came in too late.
That Hidden Gems, right? Was it Hidden Gems? I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was. They said that.
And Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that motion picture.
Oh, okay.
It was really good, but it didn't get on the line to get nominated.
Yeah. They're saying that Adam Sandler got snubbed for the Oscars. Jennifer Lopez got snubbed for others, and also Eddie Murphy got snubbed too. So it was more people that got snubbed, than the actual people who's nominated for the Academy Awards. As we have our man Derek Holmes joining us, Home Team. What's up, Home Team? And we got Donna joining us. Welcome everybody to Transition Tuesday. So yeah, like you said, yep, there's a lot of snubs there, and there was a lot of no's in there as well. You had no hosts for the second straight year, and there were no women nominated for Best Director. In the past, that was pretty prevalent, but this year that didn't happen. So my question to everybody is, will you be watching the Oscars next year? Will you be watching the Oscars next year? So how about yourself, Ellis? You think you're going to watch the Oscars? I know you missed it this year. You think you might watch it this year? Coming up next year?
Absolutely not.
No, why not?
Really not on my plan.
Okay. Nah, I got you. I got you. You're not a fan of the
I have a
show?
whole nother thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a whole nother thing about the Oscars, but that's another day at another time.
Okay, I got you. All right. So you won't be tuning in next year.
Oh, no.
Safe to say.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I recommend they have a host. I think Maya Rudolph, who is funny, she had a little skit on there. I think she would be a great host. I think they need to have a comedian hosting that like they've done in the past.
Right.
But I say Maya Rudolph. I'm rooting for Maya Rudolph. She's funny as all get out, so I'm rooting for her. Let's see who else we got on here on camera here. We got Jacqueline joining us. Welcome, Jacqueline, Transition Tuesdays. We also have Shelton joining us. Welcome, Shelton. And we got my man Mike Blanton joining us. Welcome, everybody, to Transition Tuesdays. You know Mike, right? Right, Ellis?
Yeah, that's my boy.
There you go. There you go. Your boy knew you was your boy knew you was maybe cold, so he heard you. So he's checking in. So no, we appreciate everybody for checking on the show. Really appreciate that.
That's Mike's family. That's Eugenia's cousin.
Oh, okay. So that's family. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Gotcha. Mike says, big homie, blessings, my man. So we got that Mike joining us. We also got Karen joining us. Welcome, Karen. We also got Leah joining us. Welcome, Leah. Welcome, each and every one of you to Transition Tuesdays. Love having you. Perfect. Okay. So Ellis, you're not gonna check the Oscars next year. You don't care who they bring on board. It's just like that's not your thing.
No, that's not my thing, man. The politics are crazy into that. It's not for us. It's not by us. It's not for us.
There you go.
I'll pass on that.
There you go. So that the Oscars won't be showing in your residency in Harlem. We won't be seeing that there.
I don't know, man. I haven't watched the Oscars since Sidney Poitier.
Wow, that's the last time you saw the Oscars since Sidney Poitier?
Yeah.
Man, guess who's coming to dinner fame during that time?
Yeah, and I was in the crib at that time.
Gotcha. Yeah, you were literally in the crib at that time, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
I got you, man. I got you. Hey, let's move on from the Oscars. We took care of that, but let's talk about the Gail King interview with Lisa Leslie. I want to talk about that and get your viewpoints on that too, Ellis. But, a couple of things. If everybody's not familiar with it, Gail King had an interview with Lisa Leslie. Lisa Leslie was a great friend of Kobe Bryant. And Gail King brought up during this interview, I guess it's not the whole interview was based on this, but this snippet really is causing concern here. But she was interviewing Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant, and she brought up the sexual assault charges in 2003. So, a lot of people have been chiming on this, from Snoop Dogg, who went in on, we're going to talk about that. A lot of prominent people went on Gail, got at Gail King about the particular incident. But I wanted to get everybody else's topic. But, Gail King, when she was interviewing Lisa Leslie, and I think Lisa Leslie did a heck of a job. I mean, answering the questions, being very informative about her relationship with Kobe Bryant. But Gail King, maybe she was just doing her duties as a journalist, but she continued to stay on topic. And it seems like Lisa Leslie wanted to move on, but Gail King stayed on topic. And, that prompted Snoop Dogg to comment about Gail King, really going in on her, calling her the B word, saying, which can be detrimental. He was saying, we might have to come get you, So I just want to know, everybody out there, and I'm going to ask you too, Ellis, but like in this particular case here, because this is a firestorm. This is definitely a firestorm. I know Gail King, she tried to, douse the flames by coming on saying, she's upset with CBS and how they led with this particular, soundbite with that. She's upset with them. You got Snoop is upset with Gail King about her behavior, dissing his homeboy, the whole nine. But I just want to know who's at fault here. Is it Gail King? Is it Snoop? Or is it a little bit of both? So what do you think, Ellis? What do you think, man? Who do you think might be at fault in this particular situation here, man?
Hey, I don't think nobody's at fault, but
okay.
Who's to say whose alliance is what, and who's to say what black people think or what?
Mm-hmm.
Black people are a eclectic bunch.
Yes.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's views and opinions all over the place. So, you know, to say somebody's right and somebody's wrong, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that.
Gotcha.
You know, I just, people just like grabbing on it, you know, each other's sides
Right.
and just like pulling, like, you know, like you pulling a rope, and it's like both of them not really getting nowhere.
Right.
You know, but
Little tug of war there.
things like that. There's other things that go on in the world that make, you know, black folks tangle like that.
Right.
You know, things are put out there in this nature to make black people, you know, just, you know, combat with each other.
Gotcha. Hold that thought for a second, Ella. So Leah says, I think Snoop went too far. So, you know, I'm in agreement with Leah on that, because I think, you know, it's a way to say things. And I know Snoop comes for that invite. Like, Snoop is the only human being, I think, on this planet that can really adapt. Like, he adapts to, like, the, you know, black culture. Like, he's a crossover guy, even though he doesn't want to be, but he's that guy. So his words can really hold weight, you know. So that's a really tough thing. So Leah says, various media outlets brought up Kobe's past. Gail was doing her due diligence by asking the question. I think she's been wrongly scrutinized. She's a journalist, and journalists must ask tough questions. I'm with you on that, Leah. I think the question has to be, oh, was it too soon they asked the question? Because, and again, I'll say that about being too soon. I think the only people on this planet, speaking of people on the planet, that can really touch on matters like this is probably comedians. You know, it's like there's no hold bars for a comedian. You know, it's never too soon for a comedian. They got that license to do that. You know, maybe, you know, a journalist, I know she's doing a job. You know, that's fine and dandy. But, you know, maybe we could, you know, just have Lisa Leslie answer the question and move on. No need to maybe harp on it. You know, what do you think on that, Ellis? Absolutely.
Like the PLA said, you know, you're doing a job.
Yes.
You know, yeah, I think that part wasn't even televised. That was a clip that went on the editing floor.
Right. Okay.
Somebody picked that up
Mm-hmm.
and flipped it
Right.
and put it on the internet. So
yeah,
you know, I think that some things are planted out there, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why Gail King, she was getting, you know, she was upset, visibly upset with CS, because they led with that. They led with the Kobe Bryant. You know, it's the common thing is it's that golden nugget that they had. So they led with that. So maybe, you know.
Well, maybe if people don't understand, and maybe CBS was trying to put her in a place.
Could have been.
You know?
Maybe.
If people think about that,
Yep.
maybe they were trying to put her in a place.
Maybe.
You know.
Yeah. Maybe.
Make her a little uncomfortable over there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know how she made R. Kelly make little, you know, very uncomfortable, you know, with the Robert, you know, every time. I don't know if everybody saw that, but I remember when R. Kelly was like kind of going on like a little tantrum here, you know, you saw Gail King was like, Robert, you know what I mean? Kind of put him in his place. So, I mean, you know, maybe we can see it as that, you know, we'll see. I mean, we will never know, but,
you know.
Yeah, we'll never know that, but.
Speculation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speculation.
Yep.
And you know, my story is better than yours.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep. So we'll see.
You know.
Yeah. Nah, I got you. Yeah. So, you know, when is too soon, you know, maybe you got to think about that as well. You know, it's kind of fresh, you know, and I really like what Lisa Leslie said on that when she was asked that question. Lisa Leslie, and again, I think she gave it a kind of an out to like move on from it. But when Lisa Leslie answered, she said that, hey, look, you know, when Kobe Bryant was alive for these years, various, you know, media outlets had the opportunity to ask him his questions. what I mean? It might be one of those things as well. So, you see people in their life, whereas, when they're not living, it might be digging about it, you just kind of put dirt on the legacy. Maybe it might have been too soon. That's just my take. I think it's too soon for it. Maybe it doesn't have to be obvious, but I think when the interviewee was able to, yes, when that person was able to answer the question adequately, like Lisa Leslie did, I think maybe Gail King could have took a little cue, like you said, 2020 hindsight, but maybe Gail could have took a little cue from that. Okay, let's move on. You answered it. You gave us a great answer, so let's move on. So maybe it might be a teaching point for Gail.
Well, it's her show, so
Right. Yep.
She's the way to, where it's coming. Let's,
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure, her rules,
I just see all I just see black people coming far from this issue.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Well, let me ask you a question. I want to expand on that too. Do you think it's like a black and white issue? Like, almost it's kind of like a black crime, you know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, in terms of, kind of like getting at our black men. Do some of you people think of it like that? Because I know a lot of people do, and I know Snoop, he was very, disheartened about that. Here we go again. Here we piling on black men, but hey, Harvey Weinstein is out here. We're not giving that energy like we're giving it on black men. I mean, that might be a take as well.
Like I said, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories. I don't know how they came out of that, but it is known to be like that.
She has questions. She's doing what I doing as a journalist. Hey, we got who topics joining us. We got my man Robert Banner, Newtown's finest, joining us as well. You were saying else? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now we'll see, man. This is the backlash, and this nurse knew I was his boy because he said his homeboy, stuff like that. Sometimes he caught up in the emotions. Man, sometimes we gotta watch saying like people do that like a kind of like terroristic threat. You know what I mean? I saw that Oprah said that now Gail King has to kick us the comments, so on and so forth. I know something like that. We just sometimes watch what we say because you just never know.
Man, she good. She came out in no blood, great neighborhood, so she good.
I got you. We got Randy joining us. We also got Johnny joining us as well.
I'm gonna say this. A lot of times, black men, they get too emotional, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not good.
Got you.
They get too emotional.
Uh-huh.
You
talk about Snoop Dogg? Snoop on this case?
I'm talking about black men in general.
All right.
Things like this happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As like, and it goes to that. That's another story for another day.
There you go.
Why we get
the emotions of black males. Yes, that's true.
Type of thing.
Yep. Hey, we got John. John says, all I know that Tupac is in New Mexico. So John, you saying Tupac in New Mexico?
He must be out there selling weed.
I don't know. I don't know, man. You got the conspiracy theory. Elvis is still living. Tupac is still living. I don't know, but John gets more specific. He says in New Mexico where John lives. As Randy says, good stuff always, Russ. I appreciate that, Randy. I appreciate that, my man.
Yeah,
So now,
a lot of times black men, we not with our fathers.
Yep.
Growing up with their mothers.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of emotional, aspects involved with that.
Yeah, and sometimes those emotions come out, and sometimes we don't know how to bring those emotions out.
NBA, man.
Yeah.
Look at the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them,
Yeah, I got you.
The strong kids players, they have fathers in their lives.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
Yeah. Nah, I got you. I got you. Nah, and, hey, and speaking of fathers, hey, I wanna talk about this next story, which I wanted to get everybody's take on it. We got Richie joining us. What's going on, Richie? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. So I want to talk next. I want to transition to future NBA Hall of Famer Dwayne Wade supports his 12-year-old to live her truth. Okay, I want to talk about this. I'm not sure if a lot of people are not familiar with the story, but Dwayne Wade has opened up about his daughter Zaya identifying as transgender, right? So Zaya was born Zion, a male at birth. So here's what Dwayne Wade talked about on the Ellen DeGeneres show. He said Zion, born as a boy, came home and said, "Hey, so I want to talk to you guys. I think going forward, I am ready to live my truth. I want to be referred as she and her. I would love for you guys to call me Zaya." Okay, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get your feelings on this transgender transition. So while you guys are thinking about that, as I come to you, like, is this the first? Have you heard about this story, or what do you think? What are your feelings on this transgender, as you know, transition to transgender?
I'm being in the picture.
Okay.
You know, so that I know about the full transition.
Okay.
You know, so what we live in now, what can you do?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's everything that's accepted now.
Right.
You know, that type of stuff is being to be dehumanized. You know, as you see it in everyday life, see on TV.
Right.
You know, and like yeah, there's no age limit. You know. That's another thing for another time.
Nah, that's true. Nah, I appreciate your thoughts on that too, Ellis. So, like for me, personally, I really applaud the bravery of Dwayne Wade, his family, but more importantly, I applaud the bravery of Zaya. This is a person that's living in her truth. I mean, sometimes we struggle with who we are, and this person who's only 12 years old has come to living her truth, and I think that's a great testament to that Dwayne Wade family, and to more important to Zaya, you know, living her truth. And you know, speaking of that, I just like to give some game plan steps or GPSs for this particular transition. I was able to give this some thought, and I want to share this with amongst the others, and I want other people to chime in as well. I want to get your thoughts on this this transgender transition, but I have 2 GPSs on that. My first GPS is in this particular transition, you have to provide a safe space. I believe the Wade family has provided a safe space for Zaya in this situation, and I think they're able to do that by having conversation. It looks like before, you know, Dwayne Wade went to social media, that they definitely had the conversation about this. It looks like he created a safe space for Zaya to come to him and the family to talk about it. So that's the first GPS. You have to create that safe space. And when you create that safe space, you're showing love. You're showing love to your child. You know, everything's gonna be okay. We love you regardless. So providing that safe space is the first key and the first GPS. Second GPS is showing empathy. You know, no one plays judge or jury here, but you have to show empathy. You have to put yourself in that person's shoes. How would you feel in that situation if your loved one is coming to you about, you know, they want to be transgender? You know, put yourself in their shoes. You got to show empathy in this world. And with the empathy comes love. So everything is interwoven within the love element of everything in this particular transition. But again, I'll just recap. My first GPS is to provide a safe space. So if you're ever in this situation, you have to create that safe space first. And then the second thing is show empathy. Judge-free zone. You have to show empathy. Put yourself in other person's shoes. You know, how would you feel if you're coming to somebody about this and talking about it and having conversation? Showing empathy, leads to love. Yep. Yeah. So now I appreciate everybody else commenting. See if we have any more comments about that. But yeah, I like what you said. So you talked about it. You know, this is people living their truths. This is the way of the world. You know, people are, and I applaud those people because that's a tough thing to do. To know your truth and know that you want to live in your truth.
But at what age? You know what I'm saying? What age is you're gonna have your kid come up there and tell you want to live your truth? At one point, you're gonna say, you don't even know what life is like. So how can you tell me that?
Well, I tell you what. Well, I don't think there's no set age, but again, this person is only 12 years old doing it. So I think, the great thing about this is this person at 12 realized they want to live their truth. Them living as a male wasn't Zaya's truth. So I think, you know what I mean? So there's no age limit to it. It's like when that person realizes they want to live that truth. And again, there's no cap on the age limit. I mean, they could come to you at 24. They could come to you 12, like Zaya did. There's no age limit for it.
Zaya, he lives in, South Beach in a mansion. How about the kids that's in the hood?
Right.
That that they really, you gotta really know what they really getting themselves into.
Yes, that's true.
That's
true. That's true.
A lot of, for the Zions in the world and the Magic Johnson sons of the world, there's a lot of suicide kids like that.
Right, and I'm glad you touched on that. Yeah.
Both sides.
Yep, and I'm glad you touched on that, Ellis, because that's why I talked about with those people, we have to provide a safe space for those people to come out and talk about that. That's the most important thing. So if you're in the hood, in Harlem, New York, whatever, LA, the people, your family members around you or people close to you, we have to provide that safe space for you to come out as a person of transgender. That's the most important thing. And again, we got to look at the empathy. You got to show empathy. You got to put yourself in that person's shoes. So don't matter where you're from. I like how you touched on Ellis, the way this family is all set, with mansion, the whole nine. So it might be, easier for that person to do it. But again, anybody else who's struggling in that, we as family members or someone who cares about that person has to provide that safe space for them to come out. But I appreciate you for saying that, Ellis. I really do, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, now during this time, I usually do my favorite segment, Miss May, Who You Rolling With. So again, my mom, she's not here today. She's a little bit under the weather. But I get my co-host, my sixth man, Mr. Ellis, joining us, Harlem Finest. So Mr. Ellis, I'm going to play the game with you, man, Miss May. So Mr. Ellis, or Harlem Finest, Who You Rolling With. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to play the theme music first of all. So we're going to keep that theory going. Play the theme music. Ooh. So Ellis, here's what we're going to do. And if you're new to the program, I'm going to pull 3 different questions. And the co-host, my Mr. Six Man, he's going to answer. And you can answer in how you would answer this, Ellis. In which item are you rolling with? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. First one. Okay. All right, Ellis. Which person are you rolling with? Or you can say either, okay? Either Pastor Joel Osteen, Pastor T.D. Jakes, or no pastor. Which one is Harlem Finest rolling with? Pastor Joel Osteen, Pastor T.D. Jakes, or no pastor at all?
What? T.D. Jakes.
T.D. Jakes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who you rolling with?
That guy, he didn't want nobody in his church, man. He didn't want nobody in that church. He said, yo, get the mothers, come on, mothers.
All right, so I take you not rolling with Mr. Joel Osteen.
He was getting money, man. He a bad dude.
Yeah. Yes, he is. All right, cool. All right, let's take another one. All right. Okay. Now, I wrote these questions for Miss May, but I'm sure you can answer these too, Ellis. Okay. Now, which one you rolling with now? if you had an opportunity to either meeting Oprah Winfrey or meeting President Barack Obama. So, Mr. Ellis, which one will you roll with? Which one would you want to meet? Oprah Winfrey or President Obama?
Let me see. It's so hard. Let me see.
Okay.
I'll probably Obama, man.
Obama?
You know
okay.
yeah, I could pick his brain.
Okay.
You know.
What would you say if you had President Obama in front of you? Like how would you start the conversation with President Obama?
I would say, man, how you deal with that bullshit? You know what I'm saying? I was like,
that's what you would say? How you dealing with that for 8 years? How you did it, huh?
Yeah.
I hear you, man. I hear you. All right. Cool. We got one more for you, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get it.
All right. This is the last one. Well, I don't know if you can answer this. Well, maybe you can. But we know about your thoughts about the Oscars. But now, again, we got to keep in mind, these are questions I was asking Miss May. So my brother is subbing in for us. All right. So which one you rolling with, Dallas? The Oscar red carpet show or the Oscar awards itself? Which one is Ellis rolling with? The red carpet show with all the, everybody get dolled up and everybody has the dresses. Which one you rolling with though, Ellis?
The red carpet.
Red carpet. You like that? You like that show?
Yeah. Who want to sit there and watch that Oscars, man? Hey, who? Actually, I have watched the red carpet shows. I know what's her name was doing it. The lady that died.
Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers, right?
Yeah, never watched the show, but I always watched that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, see how behind everybody dressed. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you watch the show. So you and Miss May, our mom, is in the same boat. She loves the red carpet shows. Matter of fact, she'll watch the red carpet shows and then go to sleep on the Oscars. So that's how that's how important it is to her. So okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Great minds think alike.
Right.
Perfect.
We
Okay.
We was almost together.
Gotcha.
So the show's going right, huh? Are we getting viewers? I want to say hello to all the viewers out there.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, you just said it. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. We appreciate it. Hold on, man. Hold on for a second, Ellis. Hey, so ladies and gentlemen, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during our broadcast today, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Hey, I celebrate the victory of my brother co-hosting, coming in a pinch. Call of Duty, I called him like 5 minutes before showtime to see if he can make it. He made it happen. I'm celebrating that victory. So go out there and celebrate your victory, everybody out there. Celebrate your victory. Big or small, make sure we celebrate. Make sure you celebrate it. Hey, so Ellis, my man. Hey, I appreciate you for subbing in for Miss May, Mom. I really appreciate that, my man. I called you the last ditch moment. I went down my bench. I went down the roster. I said, who can I put in this guy to change the game, to change the complexion of the game? I said, I just got one guy. I got to call my brother Ellis. So, I appreciate you for coming on, man. And thank you for subbing in the pinch, man. I really appreciate that, Ellis.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's my pleasure.
Cool. All right, we'll see you down the road, man.
I got my girlfriend want to say hi.
Okay. Who we got, Jeannie on?
Yeah, say hi, Jeannie.
Hello.
Hey, Jeannie, what's going on?
Hello, host of the show. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, Jeannie, we're gonna have something special for you because Jeannie is a person we're gonna have on the show. She has an amazing transitional story. We're gonna have her on future shows, but I'm glad she's making a point to say hello to us, and we appreciate that. But we're gonna have you on. We're gonna have you on the shine coming up on future shows here, Jeannie. All right?
Okay, I appreciate it.
No problem.
I love the show. Been listening. I love the show.
Cool. You like what you're hearing? You like your hubby there? He sounded good on there?
He did good. He did good.
He did good. Harlem's finest, always doing good.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for having me on, man.
No problem, no problem. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
All right, cool. All right, that was Mr. Ellis, Harlem's finest, subbing in, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, my man. Hey, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching Transition Tuesdays as I play my music. Get us in the mood here. One sec. There we go. Hey, I want to thank you all for watching Transition Tuesdays. I really appreciate you guys coming, taking the time to watch the show. I really appreciate it. And I want you guys to connect with me. I'm on Twitter at rwilltransition. Also, I'm on Instagram at rwilltransitions with an S. You can always email me as well at rwilltransitions@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you. Again, I'm always available for individual transition coaching sessions. I'm also available to be booked for speaking engagements. I'm just here for people, I'm here for everybody's color. Just send me an email, just let me know what you think about the show, what you think of everything. You know, be able to love to connect with each and every one of you out there. Also, our show can be seen on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, Transition Tuesdays. Love to see you guys. Just go on there, subscribe to the channel. Love to see you there. And also, guys, my Transition Army. Hey, I got an amazing announcement coming up soon for you guys. I'm so excited. I want to talk to you about it now, but I don't want to let the cat out the bag. But I got an amazing announcement that's coming up here. You know, I'm so proud of, and I'm so grateful for this amazing journey here in Transition Tuesdays. But I want you guys to be a part of it as well. And again, we're going to take this to the next level, and that's going to be involved with my announcement I'm going to talk about next week. So I can't wait to spring that on you guys. We're going to let it simmer a little bit, but again, I got an amazing announcement coming for each and every one of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we always say in parting, happy transitioning. I'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody.